Hi, we're Casper, and we make award-winning
Hi,
mattresses delivered
we're Casper,
right to your
and we
door.
want you to
With a 100%
audit the Fed. This is the Ron Paul Liberty Report, which ironically has a dove in the corner.
Hello, everybody, and
Hello, how are you? Hold on 1 second. This is Hey there, man. How's it going, buddy? Tell me a story, Uncle Ron.
thank you for tuning in to the weekly report.
I'm glad to be here again.
More billions to Ukraine
Oh my God, you're reading.
as America falls apart.
Follows apart? What part are we following? Say that again? The fuck? Run that by me.
Hello, everybody, and thank you for tuning in to the weekly report.
Hi.
More billions to Ukraine as America falls apart.
As America follows apart. I know what part I like to follow. Woohoo! Come on, baby.
There's a video clip making the rounds showing President Biden speaking at a
President Biden? Is he a Christmas president?
recent NATO summit about the $7 billion U.S. government had, at that time, provided to Ukraine.
I'm enjoying your lack of punctuation. Don't think for a second I'm not. But I'm also confused.
Attached to that is another clip showing the horrific state of several U.S. major cities, including in Pennsylvania, California, and
It is.
Ohio.
Ahaya gamazamasima. That's bad Japanese. I apologize. My Japanese used to be a whole lot better.
The video of American cities is shocking.
It's shocking.
Endless landscapes of filth,
Well, I mean, I'm not here to yuck anybody's yum.
trash, homelessness, open fires on the street.
Open fires? Oh man, are they cooking those hot dogs wrapped in bacon? Yummy dummy.
Drug-addicted zombies.
Oh my God, those are the worst kind of zombies because they start eating your brain and then they get distracted.
It doesn't look like America's most of us remember.
Doesn't look like America's most of us remember. Fuck it. I don't need to know what he's talking about.
Watching Biden bragging about sending billions of dollars to corrupt leaders overseas, with American cities looking like bombed out Iraq or Libya,
Except they don't.
is U.S. foreign policy in a nutshell.
A nutshell. I think shale is where we get oil and some natural gas stuff from. A nutshell is I don't know if you've ever had. Some of you folks never had a nutshell. It's a flat piece of chocolate done like a piece of stone. They dust it with that like powder that makes it look like it's a piece of rock, and then they sprinkle nuts on it and stuff. It's like you know them things, turtles, not the candy and the actual thing. It's like eating a piece of shell.
The Washington elites tell the rest of America that they must promote democracy in some
Which is ridiculous.
far-off land.
Some far-off land beyond the fairy gumdrop trees, over the Unicorn Fart River, down by the Sugar Plum Shack.
Anyone who objects is considered in league with the appointed enemy of the day.
Do we have a daily enemy? Is there a website I can go to? I am not up on who is today's enemy. It's been like Putin and Xi for quite a while. I'm just saying.
Once it was Saddam, then Assad and Gaddafi.
God bless you.
Now it's Putin. The game is
It's almost as if these are different situations. It's almost like I used to blame all my relationship problems on Betty. Then I started blaming them on Claire. Then I started blaming them on Alice's friend Dave. You know what? Fuck him. It was his fault. I take it back.
the same, only the names are changed.
Oh, and the names they are shonging.
What is seldom asked is, what is in this deal for those Americans who suffer to pay for our interventionist foreign policy?
What's in it for us? Except, I suppose, Europe not collapsing. I'd like to see it one day.
Do they really think a working American in Ohio or Pennsylvania
has any fucking idea where they get good whiskey at this time of day?
is better off or safer because we are supposedly protecting Ukraine's borders? I think most of
We're not protecting their border. We're protecting their people. They're straight up fucking being shelled. This ain't like people coming across a border trying to get a fucking job. They're being bombed. Like it's fucking different. You don't know what the fuck?
Americans would wonder why they aren't bothering to protect our own borders.
Our own border. I'll tell you what, if you want to shit on Customs and Border Patrol, go at it, dumb fuck. But I'm not going to follow you down that road.
A reported 200,000 illegals crossed the border into the U.S. in July alone.
And they got caught. That's you know how they know the number? Because they caught them. If the border was open, they wouldn't even know how many. They wouldn't even bother to count.
You can believe they are learning quickly about the free money provided by the U.S. government to illegals.
Ooh, free money to illegals? Wow, no wonder Trump's fans want to crime so much. Do you automatically become an illegal the minute you commit any crime, or is it just certain crimes?
They'll probably get
like if I was to, I don't know, fake an award from an optometry board that I make myself to make people trust me as a doctor more than they would if I had to earn the thing for real. Like, is that crimey enough to make me an illegal so I can get some of that sweet fucking free money, brother?
Voting card as well. Last Friday,
no, you can't vote.
The Pentagon announced that yet another $775 million would be sent to Ukraine. As antiwar.com reported, it was the 18th weapons package to Ukraine in 6 months.
Yeah, 6 months ago, they signed off on $40 billion worth of stuff, but they have to allocate and sign off on each piece of it. They don't just dump $40 billion. They go through it. Like, okay, did that go? Okay, and got there? Yep, they're using it. Yep. Okay, next package. All right, let's sign off on that. Send it over. They got that. Yep, it's working. All good. Some of this is going to require training. We'll sign off on that. Do you know how any of this shit works? Didn't he used to be in Congress or something?
Has there ever been a more idiotic U.S. intervention in history?
You mean besides Afghanistan, Iraq, maybe Vietnam? Yeah.
Supporters of this proxy war may celebrate more aid to Ukraine.
By the way, I'd just like to say for the record, Jimmy Dore looks like shit.
But the reality is that it is in no way aid to Ukraine.
No way. It is not aid to Ukraine. It's given Russia. It's aid to Russia because sometimes you need a little tough love.
That's not how the system works.
No, not at all.
It is money created out of thin air by the Fed and appropriated by Congress to be spent propping up the politically connected military-industrial complex.
Terrible.
It's a big check written by middle America to rich people who run Raytheon and Lockheed Martin.
Yeah, that's who they do. And obviously the Lend-Lease part isn't. The Ukrainians have to pay for that. And the idea is that even still, the Ukrainians would eventually pay us back after this is all over. We're just not making them do it so that they won't be reticent to take the support so that they, in a way that would cost lives of their citizens.
Americans watch their budget being stretched to the limit while the Beltway fat cats
But enough about Ted Cruz.
loosen their belts to continue enjoying
Well, if you're a fat cat, you got to loosen your belt sometimes. Otherwise, it's just you get cramps.
the gravy train.
Mm-hmm. Fat cats love a gravy train. Woohoo! Loosen my belt up right now. Get me some fucking gravy on that train.
Bloomberg
Riding that train high on gravy.
reported earlier this summer that inflation is costing the average American household more than $5,200 this year.
That's weird. It's down $1,000 already.
Inflation is a
Ask Facebook to fix chat. What happened to the Facebook? Fuck.
tax on middle class and poor Americans.
Well, yeah, but they got support in the American Rescue Package. It kind of evens it all out.
The wealthy, like those who run Raytheon and Lockheed Martin,
Or the investors.
always gets the new money first before prices go up.
So they get this money, then the prices go up, and the money that they got, which they were all excited, is suddenly worth less. Why are we fucking with these people like this? What did they do to deserve this?
The rest of us watch as the dollar buys less and less.
No, it doesn't.
As Washington salivates over fighting Russia in Ukraine,
Well, I mean, I don't think they're salivating. I think there's occasionally they laugh so hard they blow a snot on their shirt.
the rest of America feels like we're becoming Zimbabwe.
Oh, that's because you have an outsized concern over, I believe, fleet-footed black people. That they seem to make you nervous. Maybe that's why you look around and go, holy shit, where am I, Zimbabwe? The rest of us don't do that, man.
How long until it takes $1 trillion for a loaf of bread?
Long time, actually. I'm going to go with never.
Will there be a run on wheelbarrows?
So that people can get money out so they look like the thing on the chance card for Monopoly?
There's a way out.
Oh, good. I hope it's not the coward's way out.
It's called non-interventionism.
Yeah, just let Russia fuck anybody. Non-interventionism. If you choose not to decide, you still have made a choice.
The war in Ukraine was caused by the U.S. regime change in 2014 and the
Oh, I see. Yeah, it was our fault for kicking Yanukovych out.
neocon insistence that Ukraine join NATO.
Oh, the fuckers. It's all that NATO expansion, man.
The state
Don't listen to the Russia where they tell you that Ukraine never had any right to exist at all and that they need to be wiped out, because it's a lie and the Ukrainian language isn't even real and anybody who calls themselves Ukrainian is too far gone and needs to be assassinated. Don't listen to them. It's because of NATO.
State Department and CIA thought it was a great victory to overthrow the elected government. But meanwhile, the rest of us get the
All right, he's reading really hard. Like I read hard, but this is making me sweat.
bill. No NATO and not one more penny for Ukraine.
So says I, Ron Paul.
Thanks for listening.
Well, we watched too. We just don't know why. All right, so back up 1 second here. And this is his newest one. Hold on. Where's this one? He was just here. Where's the fucking video we was looking at? Oh, this is days ago. Hold on. Back up here. All the way to the top. Here it is. Beltway conservative groups begin to oppose endless Ukraine gravy train. He likes that term gravy train, doesn't he? He really does.
This is a full 3 months of food without needing any refrigeration or special
Not
storage.
if you're Chris
You're looking at-
Christie. Okay. It's frozen. Play the thing. Oh, there you go. Ron Paul, Liberty thing. Woo.
Hello, everybody, and
Hi.
thank you for tuning in to the Liberty Report. With us today is Daniel McAdams.
Oh, man, this is 32 minutes long. I'm not doing this shit. I can't take 32 minutes of this dipshit reading from a fucking monitor.